Took some overtime to get the time right. Had to lose a little mind to get my mind right. Finally realized, but in hindsight, you wanted the limelight. Me priority never once. You kept close but never really wasn't. I accept your lack of focus, agree with all your choices. Needed you to need me, needed you to see me. Until I found the right direction, I think my reflection would agree. Had to find a me in me.
The Short Sport by K. David Jordan.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those shows today. I hope you guys are ready. Y'all know what it is. It's the Unnamed Sports Show. Let's go.
Show me the list. Everybody talking about they the best. Everybody talking about they talking about us. BLG walking the God we trust. As long as our name is listed in the book, we good. Show me the list. Hey. Everybody talking about they the best. We the best, yes. Everybody talking about they talking about us. BLG walking the God we trust. As long as our name is listed in the book, we good.
I know. This is gonna be one of the nights tonight. I'm gonna tell you why it's gonna be one of those nights tonight. Because for y'all that don't know, y'all know what this week is. If you don't know what this week is, I gotta tell you what this week is. This weekend is nothing more than this. It's rivalry week. Let's go. Y'all know what it is, Cowboys. Oh, they were talking bad noise about Cowboys ain't making the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys ain't doing this. But y'all know what it is. It's rivalry week. It's rivalry week. Oh my God. It's rivalry week. Let's go. We so ready. Y'all ready? You ready, Philly? Because Cowboys, we ready, baby. Cowboy Nation. Woo! Tell them, if I see you, don't speak. Hey, if you're a Philadelphia fan, I ain't even speaking to you this week. Y'all know what it is this week. Y'all know what it is. We ain't even talking to y'all this week. If you're a Philly fan, we ain't even talking to y'all this week. We not even speaking to y'all this week. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking to y'all. If I see you don't speak, just take it. Y'all know what it is. And if you don't see me this week, if I don't see me today, I got the blue and the white on. I had to bust the blue and the white today because you know it's rivalry week. It's rivalry week. Philly, Cowboys, y'all know what's going on. Listen, y'all already know. Y'all know exactly what's gonna happen this week. You know, everybody's talking about this. Everybody's talking about this. Drop my music. Hey, listen. Everybody's talking about this. Everybody's talking about that. But at the end of the day, you guys know what's going on. It's rivalry week, and we coming for that net. I hope y'all know we coming for that net, Philly. We're not scared of y'all. I done told y'all, we're not scared. We're not scared of y'all at all. We're not scared of you guys 0%. We're not scared of you guys. So understand that. Philly, we coming. If I see you all speak Philly fans, don't be in your feelings. Just know, hey, it's rivalry. It's rivalry. And we coming for that number one spot. It's all about the number one spot. Welcome, everybody. We like to welcome everybody to the Unnamed Sports Show. Y'all know what it is. We started like this. It's rivalry week. I can't even say it right. It's rivalry week. I'm your host, KDJ. Bo will be joining me a little bit. I hope you guys are ready. Bo will be joining me shortly. He'll be calling in, joining me on the show. Man, this is a show that y'all guys can participate in. You guys can be a part of the show also. We want you guys there. We want you guys to be a part. We definitely want you guys to be a part of the show. and everything, man. We appreciate you guys for taking the time out to come. And y'all know what I got on. I got on the blue and white. Woo, them Cowboys colors. Woo, because y'all know them Cowboys look. Wait. Y'all know them Cowboys look real good. Y'all know them Cowboys look real good. Real good this week. The Cowboys look fantastic this week. They look fantastic this week. And y'all know, at the beginning of the year, I tried to tell you guys, and I should run the clip. I started to run the clip, but I started to run the clip. I ain't gonna run the clip today. But I tried to tell you guys, listen. I said, hey, if you don't know, at the end of the day, the Cowboys gonna be there. I try to tell you guys that, and everybody's like, and I've noticed something with other sports fans. I've noticed something with the media, the sports media. I noticed something with other hated fans, like Falcons fans, like Falcons fans who really have nothing to cheer about, who would never had anything to celebrate about. I've noticed something about those guys. Wherever the Cowboys are in a position and we do well, it's quiet. It's real. It's real quiet whenever the Cowboys win, right? But when we lose, everybody got everything else to say, right? But when we win, it's shh. We don't hear nothing. We don't hear anything. When we lose, the Cowboys are not a top team. They're not a playoff team. They're level with. When we got beat by the 49ers, since we haven't lost since. But when we got beat by the 49ers to what? Was it 49 to 20, something like that? 49 or whatever. And, everybody's talking, the Cowboys, they're not going to make it to the playoffs. They're not going to win. Y'all should stop cheering for the Cowboys. That's what everybody kept saying. Stop cheering for the Cowboys. Why y'all cheering for the Cowboys? The Cowboys ain't gonna win anything. I don't even know. The Cowboys, they do it to y'all every year. And y'all overreacted. Being prisoners of the moment, y'all overreacted too soon. And I came back the next week. And I said, we'll be okay. I came back and I said, calm down. Calm down just a little bit. We'll be all right. We'll be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. The Cowboys are going to be okay. Now, all the analysts. You had Shannon, my T5 brother. You had Stephen A. Cowboy Stephen A. Smith. You had what's the white guy on there? I can't even think of the white guy. Well, what's the OP looking white guy on there? He was on there. All of us talking about, the Cowboys might not make. They actually were saying the Cowboys might not make the playoffs. They were saying the Cowboys, it's a chance the Cowboys would not even make the playoffs. And I told y'all, then I said, listen, it's only one of us. Mace and Cameron and Mace, it is what it is. They won't even acknowledge the Cowboys. And I know why. I understand why you guys won't even acknowledge the Cowboys. You won't acknowledge them because your team and your fandom is not as good as us. You know what I'm saying? It's not as good as the Cowboy fans that we have going on. And I tried to tell you, I said, calm down. I think we came on. Bo, shout out to my man Bo, get ready to come on the scene with me. I think I told him, Bo. I told him. I said, hey, guys. I think I told him, Bo. Bo, you remember, Bo? What's up, Bo? How you doing? Oh, I can't hear you. Wait. Let me make sure you got your sound on. Let me publish it. Let me put that on. Let me make sure you got sound. All right, Bo, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, King? How you doing, buddy?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Highly favored. Bo, now listen. Remember when we lost the game to 49ers? We came in the next week, and they was talking about the Cowboys is in the top 4 team in the NFC. Remember all that was going on? Bo, what did I tell him? What did I tell him to do? What did I tell him? I told him to calm down. I said, bring it down. We'll be okay. I said, have faith. We'll be okay. I said, if Dak just have to make a couple of little adjustments, start running a little bit, get out on the, use his legs as well as his arms, and we'll be okay. Now, you know what we have, Bo? we now have rivalry week. Rivalry. I can't even say it. I'm so excited. We now have rivalry week. Now you have the Dallas Cowboys sit up there, one game behind the Philadelphia Eagles, and they play this week for the top team, not just the NFC, but the NFC East. Both. How do you feel about this right now? How do you feel? But are you as excited as I am? Oh, you got the Miami Dolphins. Oh no, not the Miami.
I gotta represent.
I got you. Bo, how do you feel about that? How you feel about the rivalry week going out to this week?
There are a lot of exciting games going on this week. This is a game that I've got my eye on in particular because this is a game where the Cowboys got an opportunity. They can make a statement if they want to by winning this football game. The Eagles are not as dominant as they have been in the past. They're squeaking by. They're barely winning. So sooner or later, they're going to start barely losing. So this is a game that the Cowboys can really win if they play fundamental assignment football.
So, in order for in order for them to win, the Cowboys have to play fundamental football. Now, I got a friend. His name is and I'm gonna call him out. You know what I'm saying? I gotta call him out. He's my brother. I've been knowing him for a long time. There's only two. It's only one issue I have with this brother. There's only one issue. You know what issue is? He ended up going to West Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? That's the only issue I had. He's in West Lawrence. And other than that, it's great brother, good guy, great friend, all that. But Mr. Anthony Smith, I told you, Anthony Smith, come to the front of the congregation. Because I told you, Anthony, listen, he came in today, and Anthony said on Facebook, hold on, let me read what he had the audacity and the temerity, and I could not even believe that he said this. He said that Philly, hold on, I want to read it verbatim, because, because I be saying crazy stuff, I be talking, but no, I got to read exactly what he said. He said, Dallas week. He said, I hope they make the playoffs too, so we can beat them 3 times this season. 3 times. Now listen, I invited Anthony. What's up, big man? What's up? You got the man in the background.
Well,
how you doing, sir?
Bye, man.
That's your little son. What's your son name?
Braden. He's 10 years old.
Braden want to get. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He's a Ravens fan.
Oh, he likes Lamar Jackson. I like Lamar too. Lamar's balling now. He's an MVP candidate. Definitely playing well. Ravens are definitely playing well. Tops in their division. They got opportunity. It's wide open, especially with the Chiefs kind of playing, a little down the competition right now. So it's wide open in the AFC. NFC is down about 2-3 teams, maybe 4 teams with the Detroit Lions. But this week here is going to say a lot. And I just want to talk to my friend, Mr. Anthony Smith. I know you're going to hear this. And understand this, Mr. Anthony. We're not scared. We're coming. We're coming. Miami plays this week?
King, we've got the game over there in Frankfurt, Germany. We've got the Kansas City Chiefs at 9:30 a.m. It's going to be an international and also a domestic game, 6-2 versus 6-2. The number 1 seed for the AFC is on the line.
So this is definitely all the way around a rivalry week, for real. So all the way around. What's your call? How do you feel? How do you feel about your chances? Because we know you're a Miami fan. I'm kind of mad at Miami because they took my boy Devon Achane. I thought he should have went to the Cowboys. I wanted to go to the Cowboys. He's been struggling last couple of weeks though. But the rest of your guys have been picking it up. Oh man, your wide receiver Tyreek Hill, the cheater, the leopard, or whatever animal they would have called him. That boy there's ridiculous.
He's unguardable. And sometimes you can put 2 people over on him and he'll still go over the top for a 40-some plus yard touchdown. He is super swift. His takeoff speed is phenomenal. He runs good routes. He's hard to cover. He's opening up everything for everybody else that's going out on the route. And also the running backs. We lead in the league in rushing. Our running back has more touchdowns rushing than anybody in the NFL. But I want to focus on our defense this game because Patrick Mahomes had a bad game last game. They lost. He had the flu. And they turned the ball over 5 times, and he had 2 picks. don't be. We're gonna get their best effort. We are. We know that, but we're healthy. We're finally healthy. We're missing A-Chain,
Mm-hmm.
but for the first time this week, we will have both of our starting corners playing in the same game. Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Howard. We're finally getting healthy. So I'll take that. If anybody would have said, "Hey man, both of your starting corners haven't played together all year," you
Mm-hmm.
couldn't have told me we'd be 6-2. I'll take that. But now we're finally getting healthy. Our offensive line is getting healthy. It's going to be a great game. My prediction: Miami 33, Kansas City 27.
Whoa! Wait. You have Miami with the upset?
I mean, we're just as good as they are. We're 6-2. We should have beat Philly 2 weeks ago. They held us 10 times without a call. Face mask along with that. You know, one of the things people don't really realize about the Philadelphia Eagles, King,
Mm-hmm.
is that they are a heckler crowd. Everybody hecklers any fanfare that comes in there that is not an Eagles fan. The stadium has a jail cell in it for people who are cutting up. So therefore, the referees are afraid to make certain calls because they're scared what's going to happen to them when they go through the tunnel dealing with the fans. So the referees, they never call it even in Philly simply because of the fan effect. And they are hecklers.
All right. Listen, you're watching the Unnamed Sports Show because we still haven't thought of a name for the show yet. The Unnamed
We'll
Sports
get
Show.
something together.
Every week we say the same thing. We're gonna think of something. We're gonna come with it. So watch the Unnamed Sports Show. We don't made the emblem of the Unnamed Sports Show and everything. So you watch the Unnamed Sports Show. King Joe here with Bo Breezy, man. We're having a great time talking sports. We're talking about rivalry week in the NFL. You got Philly, Dallas, big game, Kansas City, Miami. Both of those are for tops in the conference. You know what I'm saying? So those are big. The AFC tops and the AFC tops and the NFC. Also, if Dallas beats Philly, now you got four-way tie for a top team in the NFL. So it's a really, really, really big games going up, and I see that no one's talking about. Well, we still have to talk about Detroit, but their schedule's been like I said before, like I said a couple of weeks ago, Detroit's schedule has been it's an easy schedule compared to Dallas, compared to Philly, compared to Kansas City, compared to even Miami. Though I think that's the issue with Miami. I have an issue with Miami is because the schedule is kind of easy. It's not as hard as the rest of them. Now they played a couple good teams, but they played some lower tier teams, and they have yet to beat a team with a winning record. So I think that's Miami has to. They gotta have to prove something. They have to prove something. Now they blow out they beat who they supposed to beat, but you got to be competitive against the other teams that have great records. Also, how do you feel about that?
I got a quick question.
Yes,
If
sir.
we win Sunday against Kansas City, are we the best team in the AFC? Record wise, we'll be there at 7-2. Nobody else will be 7-2,
I mean,
unless
it's about Baltimore wins. They'll be there too, right? I think
unless
Baltimore.
Baltimore wins.
Right.
Other than that, I'm not worried about them. We beat them in Baltimore last year, so we got to go back up there and play them again this year. So that's going to be.
Okay. So I'm listening. I'm sorry.
But this is rivalry week. You've got Buffalo. They're playing against Cincinnati at Cincy. Both teams are 5-3. Seattle
Right.
Seahawks 5-2 at Baltimore 6-2. This week in the NFL, there are a lot of exciting football games going on. It's going to be interesting. So Sunday, I'm dedicating my entire day to football. My wife just going to have to be happy with it. She'll be okay. She'll watch movies. But at the end of the day, this is going to be an exciting week, and I'm interested and ready to see how it turns out. But once again, King, if we beat Kansas City this week, are we the best team in the AFC to you?
If y'all beat Kansas City this week,
It's taking you too long.
all right, AFC. Only because Buffalo's struggling, but because of the inconsistency of their quarterback. Josh Allen's inconsistent. Lamar, he has to get a little bit more camaraderie with his new wide receivers that he has. They're starting to get healthy too, though. A lot of people don't know.
They are.
Oh, they're starting to get a little bit of him and Odell are starting to get a little bit of a camaraderie together. They're starting to get start to feel each other and find out some things and see some holes. I like Baltimore's defense a little bit better than Miami right now. But you're right. You're getting
Ooh.
Ramsey back this weekend. Y'all finally gonna have, you're getting Ramsey. I thought Miami should have made another play for maybe a linebacker.
Well,
During the
I thought
trade,
that
I
too.
thought they would make a run for linebacker. Then I would be like, okay, yeah, at every level, they're tough. You know what I'm saying? And they still have a tough defense, but I'm saying the D line is pretty solid. But I think at linebacker, they're a little off on linebacker, and I think that the secondary with you guys getting healthy in your secondary, I think you guys are gonna be tough in the secondary too. So I think defensively, a little bit of edge of the ball to Baltimore. Offensively, of course, I give an edge to Miami with the weapons that they have with Waddles, Cheetah, A-Chain, Monsar. I mean, y'all got weapons galore. So with the speed, that track team y'all have over there, offensively, I give it the edge, but defensively, I get the edge to Baltimore. I don't like y'all coach. I do like y'all coach. He's a young savant. I like him. I mean, he's at first I was like, I actually like him, bro. I like him.
He's a Harvard grad. He's a player's coach. He's a relaxed guy. He doesn't get rah-rah about anything. So the guys like playing for him because he's approachable, for one. That's the
Right.
number one thing. Number two, schematically, he's very sharp. He's a smart individual with putting plays together and creating mismatches for offensive players and for the skill set for the people that he have running those plays. So he's a mastermind on offense, so I'll give him that. But overall, though, I mean, he does a good job. But this year, we're up under the microscope. It's time to win. We've got the team to put it together. Only thing we got to do is win out there on the chalk and between the lines. They can make a run for the Super Bowl. It's up to them. It's solely up to them and how they behave. And you got to have good leadership. Leadership will take you anywhere in life that you need to go. And that's one of the things that we haven't had. But this year, I think we got it.
Okay, I'm interested to see what happens. Can you hear me still? Can you still hear me?
Yes,
I think I went
barely.
down. There we go. I'm interested to see what happens as far as like this week. It's gonna be a great week, rivalry week. I'll make my predictions. I have the Cowboys beating the Eagles.
I mean, that's automatic. We know that.
32. We're gonna score. 32,
Oh.
32-24.
Okay.
Cowboys beating the Eagles 32-24.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Kansas City. And I'm gonna go
Ooh.
Kansas City beating Miami for this reason only. Andy Reid is amazing after a loss. Two things. After a loss in the bye week, right? So after a loss in the bye week, Andy Reid is very seldom he has two losses back to back. So I'm gonna go Kansas City. Plus, it's been some talk about Mahomes not being as stellar as he should in the media. And I think Kansas City has something to prove. And I think they may have even overlooked this week's matchup with Denver. And I think they were looking forward to the Miami game. So I think Kansas City is going to come and try to prove their dominance over Miami. So I have Kansas City winning 31. No, I have Kansas City winning 28-24. Kansas City. Because I think Kansas City's going to come back and they're going to play well. They're going to play. And Kansas City's defense is actually, well, I can't say that. They gave up a lot to Denver. But a lot of that was turnovers too. Denver, they turned the ball over a few times. So I got Kansas City beating I know, I see the look on your face, bro. Don't feel like that. Don't feel I just have them. I just got them I think this week. I like Miami. Like I said, they have players that I like. I like the coach. I just got Kansas. My homeboy, Mahomes. My homie's gonna be doing this thing, so I gotta go Kansas City on that. Those are the two big games of the week, rivalry week coming up. Any other games you want to talk about NFL rivalry week? Before we get to the college ranks.
I kind of want to talk a little bit about this Baltimore-Seattle game, even though this is a AFC versus NFC, but at the same time, Seattle is sitting in first place because the 49ers are 5-3. They're 5-2. So this is a marquee game for them, along with Baltimore too, because Baltimore has Cincinnati on their heels at 5-3. So I mean, these games are interconnected. At the end of the day, I'm interested in seeing how Seattle does against Baltimore, even though the only way they can meet is in the Super Bowl. You've got Geno versus Lamar. Very interesting. You've got Pete Carroll versus Harbaugh, brains against brawn. And not just that, Kenneth Walker III is a phenomenal running back.
He's a beast. That boy's
He
a
is.
beast.
This is going to be interesting. My prediction for that game, I'm going for the upset. I got Seattle 30, Baltimore 27.
What?
Yes. Yes. Because I want to see Lamar Jackson play a good game, but I want to see how he plays coming from behind. And I think Seattle may jump out early on them. Seattle, historically, they're not a good road team coming from the West Coast to the East Coast. Historically, their record has been horrible traveling that far. But for some reason, this game, I think they're going to find a way to pull it out.
You know they're like really, really big underdogs in this game. You know what I'm saying?
I
They're
know
like
it.
a huge, huge, huge underdog in this game.
5.5 points. But,
Right.
King, one thing about the NFL is this. Any given Sunday.
I listen. Bro, listen to me now. I hear what you're saying. The issue I have with Seattle is this. I can't. I appreciate what he's done. You know, I appreciate what you're saying. Seattle's defense is starting to look a lot like the Legion of Boom a little bit. They started to catch that. You know, their defense is starting to play. You know, a little. They're looking a little Legion of Boomish. But Geno, man, I can't. I'm proud of him. He's played well. I'm rooting for him. Geno, and when you watch the show, listen, brother, I am rooting for you, but I don't trust you. I trust you 0%. I don't trust you. I think when he gets hit, and we're gonna talk about Shador getting hit a little bit later, right? But when he gets hit, and if you hit him a couple times, he's winching. He's not standing. He's trying to get that thing out of his hand real quick. Now, if he makes a point, it depends. I would say this, bro. If he gets off to a quick start, I think he'll have a decent game. But if they're able to get to him and hit him a couple of times, Baltimore's defense able to get to him and hit him a couple of times, I seen him fold it up. I seen him fold the 10 and go back into the house. So I have Baltimore winning that, and I'm gonna shock you. I think it's gonna be a blowout.
What?
Yeah, I got
Are you
Baltimore beat.
serious?
Yes, it's gonna be a blowout. It's gonna be 35 to no more. Seattle might score 17, 35-14.
Okay. So this is why I think different, but you got a good point. You know, it's good to see different opinions. Good for that. But this is what I think. Baltimore just played almost a perfect game against Detroit. Almost a perfect game.
Correct.
NFL teams don't do that back to back.
Okay.
And I don't see them having that perfect game. I see Seattle coming over there schematically, slowing them down. Because to me, Baltimore wide receivers are overrated. To me, the best pass catchers are tight end Andrews.
No doubt.
I think that Odell Beckham, a great player in his prime, in his past, but the knee surgeries have slowed him down. He's not getting open. Zay Flowers, a rookie. He's good.
He started to play a little bit. He had a couple of games.
He's good, but he's a rookie. And I just think that Lockett, along with the other receiver for Seattle, I just feel like they are going to find a way to win this game. Now, don't get me wrong. Baltimore's home. Their crowd is run bunches. It's a rough match in Baltimore. Actually, it's a blue-collar city. The city is rough itself anyway. So the players have to be rough just to meet the mold. So it's going to be a grudge match. I see Seattle squeaking it in the end, but it's going to be a close one. Because Baltimore is going to play hard just because they're home and the record is above their standards of where they think it should be. Because I really thought Baltimore would be roughly about 4-4 this time of the year, but right now
they've been playing well. They've been doing enough to win.
They're playing some ball. They're playing good football. So this is going to be a great game. This is gonna be a great game. I get a chance to see it because it's in the area in the region, so
That's
it's
right.
gonna be interesting.
That's right. You're up there in that place. That's another reason I don't see how you going with Seattle. You live right there. You in the DC Virginia area. You know what I'm saying? The DC Baltimore area. You up in the DMV area. So how it? How, come on, Bo. Come on, my
Well,
guy.
the thing about it, one of the things about the area is, you've got your whatever you want to call it, your Redskins, Washington football team, Commanders. You
Who like to
got
beat Philly? Who like to beat Philly Sunday? Want to talk
yeah,
about that with a rookie quarterback? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, and they took them to overtime the
They
first
really did.
game in Philly. So
Right.
you've got that team over here in this area, and then you go up above 95 into Baltimore. But the thing about it, once you get to Maryland, everybody's a Baltimore fan. Once you get in the Baltimore area, diehard Baltimore fans. Once you come across the bridge, the Potomac, everybody, they're basically Redskin fans or Washington football team or the Commanders, whichever way you want to go with it. 3 names, 3 years, however, they need to sort that out some type of way. But at
Okay.
the end of the day, you know, you've got this versus that. But overall, though, King, nah, I can't give in to those teams on Miami.
So okay, all right. So let's go over your picks again. You got Miami beating Kansas City. You didn't give me a Dallas pick. What's your Dallas pick? Dallas, Philly. Who you got?
I like the Cowboys in this one.
What?
I like the Cowboys in this game. Remember, King, preseason, I picked the Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl.
Okay. All right. I did too.
I like the Cowboys in this game. I like Dak, and the couple of things has to happen. To me, I think Dallas offensive defensive line matches up perfectly with Philly. I think they're going to match up well with them.
Okay.
It's all about the Cowboys secondary in this game. If the secondary come to play and if they read their keys, play their zones, when somebody go in motion, the right man bump off and they cover like they're supposed to, I really think Dallas has a great chance of winning this game, but Pollard has to be able to run the ball. Their
Yes.
secondary and the running game is going to be the key.
I agree. I think Deron Bland has filled in admirably for Trayvon Diggs. Did I say this? Yeah, Trayvon Diggs. I think he's filled in admirably for Trayvon Diggs. 3 touchdowns, 3 pick sixes. This year so far. So Jalen Hurts will throw you the ball. That's one thing we know he will do. He will throw that ball to you. So that's very important for us that he will throw that ball to you. And I think that's a big deal that he will throw that ball to you. So I think that's something that we can look into also and also see. I agree. I think Pollard has be a little bit more effective. That's why I was hoping we could make that trade to get the big horse from Tennessee. Tennessee. I was hoping we could make that trade for the big horse from Tennessee, but we didn't. But we'll see. We got rock and roll, see how it rolls out for the rest of the year. But I agree with you. I think it's gonna be a close game. I have the Cowboys winning. I think Jalen's gonna throw a couple of picks, maybe even a pick 6. And if our defense, if the Eagles get behind our defense, we'll be okay because our defense is ready to get pinned in those. But now if the Eagles dominate the line of scrimmage, and which they have a fantastic offensive line. If it's 4th and 1 or 4th and half, 4th and 1.5, and 4th and 2, they're gonna do what they call it, the tush push. It's a first down. The brotherly shove. They're gonna do that. It's a first down. So we gotta keep them at least 3rd and 4, 3rd down and 4, 4th and 4, 4th and 5. We can't let them get down to 4th and 1, 4th and a half a yard because we're gonna get the brotherly shove, aka the tush push, and they're gonna get. There's no stopping that. So I think if we stay clear of that, play great defense, that takes care of the ball, but be aggressive. Be aggressive. We'll win. I think it'd be a close to a blowout. Yes, sir.
I got you guys winning a close one over there in Philly. After you guys win, I got you guys hurrying up, running to the bus, getting out of there.
Oh, we definitely running now. We definitely leaving it once we live. We're gonna take it to the house. I really want us to win just to see what all the naysayers have to say. Because they're counting on Philly to win. They are praying and hoping that Philly wins this game. And I just really want to see what the naysayers say. Last word. All right, so Philly, you got Cowboys, you got Miami, of course. You wore the the paraphernalia. You see, I got the Cowboys, the blue and white on. You got the Miami t-shirt on. So you got Miami over Kansas City, and you have Seattle. I can't believe you got Seattle over Baltimore. Ooh.
Upset.
I got Baltimore blowing them out
alert.
the water. Baltimore. You know we're gonna run this back this Wednesday. We're gonna see who's right. You know I like to pull receipts. So I got Baltimore blowing them out by a bit manner of this. But whatever it is exactly, guys. It is an exciting week of football. It's gonna be a great week of college football. It's gonna be a great week of NFL football. And when we come back, we're gonna jump into the college situation. Colorado, Deion is back in the news again. Coach Prime, I have an issue with him. Y'all know I have an issue with Coach Prime, and y'all gonna see what the issue is when we get back. We'll talk about it when we get back right here on the Unnamed Sports Show. Let's go.
Took some overtime to get the time right. Had to lose a little mind to get my mind right. Finally realized, but in hindsight, you wanted the limelight. Me priority never once. You kept close but never really wasn't. I accept your lack of focus. Agree with all your choices. Needed you to need me. Needed you to see me. Until I found the right direction, I think my reflection would agree. Had to find the me in me.
The Your Sport by K. David Jordan.
B.I.G. Show me the list. Show me the list. Everybody talking about they the best. Everybody talking about they talking about us. B.I.G. walking the God we trust. As long as our name is in the book, we good. Show me the list. Show me the list. Show me the list. Hey. Everybody talking about they the best. We the best, yes. Everybody talking about they talking about us. B.I.G. walking the God we trust. As long as our name is in the book, we good. Talking about us, B.I.G. walking the God we trust. As long as our name is in the book, we good. Show me the list. Show me the list. Show me the list. Hey. Everybody talking about they the best. We the best, yes. Everybody talking about us. B.I.G. walking the God we trust. As long as our name is in the book, we good.
I gotta stop putting it on the. I'm running my mic through a new thing, so because everybody's talking about my mic was low last week, so I'm trying to bring it through. I'm running through a new system to kind of get it better. You know, we're gonna keep working, guys. Listen, we're gonna keep working to make this show amazing. My man Bo, I think he's in it with me for the long haul. I got some other cats that's coming on. I got some other people, some guests, some special guests going on. And every week you're gonna see us adding new things, new features, new different things. I'm all in, Bo. I'm all in.
That sounds good. King, what about we have a couple people to call into the show?
We're working on that. Hopefully, they can try. We can try it. We can try it. The issue is this. Okay. They definitely can try it. Let me say this. They definitely can try it. And it's definitely possible for them to do it. Now, the issue is this. I just have to figure out. It's one thing. I'm having like real bad feedback. I tried it today, and I'm having one, and I got to figure out a couple of things. Cause y'all listen, guys, a lot of this I'm excited I'm doing because we're able to work with we're working out some anytime you do something new, anytime you break out something new, something that is different, and something you're stepping outside your comfort zone, you're gonna always have obstacles. You know, anytime you try to step out and do something great, um, you're gonna have setbacks, right? And you're gonna have obstacles. But I'm a witness that if you stay dedicated to it, and you stay positive, and you keep pushing forward, that you'll reach the goals that you have. And just to do the show, to have Bo on, to have different people, the Jermaine show, which I give you mad props for, because that was all your idea. The those things to me are wins for the show. Even with you guys, even to the people that are watching, maybe our numbers aren't astronomical yet, but we're growing every week, and it means a lot that you guys have liked the show. Y'all, I seen people out in the street. I seen communities. I mean, I people, man, what y'all gonna talk about this week? Where was Bo last week? And just people asking it, and I appreciate that. And a lot of times, because I look at the numbers, and I look at the numbers when we're watching them live, and man, it's not where we want to be, close to where we want, anywhere close to where we want to be. But I know if you're religious, the scripture says, uh, rebuke not small beginnings, right? So we want to make sure that even with the small beginnings and the ones who listen, we appreciate y'all taking the time out. We thank you for coming and listening to us. A bunch of former schoolmates coming and doing the show and having fun. But then I've had actually people, I'm not gonna call their names, but big people actually chime into the show and say, "Hey, man, you guys are doing stuff. Keep doing what y'all doing." And but everyone has been positive. We want to appreciate you. We want to thank you. I didn't get a chance to thank you during the beginning, the opening. We want to thank you for watching us, for dealing with us. Thank you to guys who've been sharing it. Brooker, Bo, thank you to you and your fan base, and your friends and followers. They've been hitting me up, and I just appreciate. First, I want to say thank you. Thank you for coming and doing this with me. It means a lot. And this is some things that I'm really excited to do. So I like putting the production and the work and stuff like that. And it's actually opening doors for other things that we're doing. So we're going to keep growing it. Bo, how you feel about it? I mean, real quick before we get into the next topic, anything you want to add to that?
Well, King, I'm humbled and thank you for the acknowledgement first and foremost. Um, I'm glad to be a part of the show. Excited, happy to be here. I think the show is taking off. We're not where we want to be, but I think we can continue to grow through the grace of God. Um, we need people to chime in. There's a lot of sports fans out there. I think in due time, it'll get better. It'll grow. It'll continue. So, with me being in a leadership role, I travel a lot. So you guys missed me last week because I was in a different state working on site with a training for a company. So I'm back home now. So I travel every once in a while, but for the most part, I'm here. And I'm grateful to be here, and I'm happy to be here. And I think it's a great thing. I think it's trending in the right direction. King, thank you for having me. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a fantastic job.
Appreciate
At
it.
the end of the day, we want people to call in to give suggestions, and I've got some ideas as well. I think maybe we need to give a shout out to at least one business per week on the show.
You
I
got one for
think
this
that
week? Go ahead. Go ahead. What you got? Who you got this week?
All Star Car Wash,
Let's
Jawan
go.
Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all go down there and see him to get your car detailed, washed. Great camaraderie, great service. He's down there in Dublin, Georgia. So hit him up. He'll take good care of you, and he also go pick up a vehicle and deliver it back to you. So that is good service all the way around. So hey, go see Jawan Thomas, All Star Car Wash.
Hey, listen, I'm for it. I'm for that all day, every day, all day. So if we have businesses that we can promote and businesses that we can shout out, let's do it. This is the thing. This is a show, like you said, it's for the people. We come up here and we have fun. We do the show, but it's for you guys. It's for you guys, and we want to not only just affect you guys, and I always tell everybody when we do a live and different things like that. Even with our next story, even with the Jermaine Hall episode, even with our first show, what we try to do, and that's one of the reasons why I really appreciate you, Bo, is because what I try to do is I try to when I went to school at Savannah State University, and I miss homecoming, y'all gonna get me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Some business came up, but the Savannah State University. I used to sit in my media class, and my Dr. Kadali used to say, hey, one of your jobs is you want to make sure in media that you educate, inform, and entertain. And I was talking to someone. As a matter of fact, it was yesterday, and this morning. It was this morning. I was telling them we was talking about the show, and they were very impressed with how knowledgeable you were with sports. Bo,
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, they were. That's like, man, he's more. He's like, man, he's really knowledgeable when it comes to sports. I said, he know a little something, you know. I said, he okay, you know what I'm saying? You know, I was waiting to go. Hey, bro, I felt a little type of way, so I scratched him. He's like, no, but he's knowledgeable. I was like, well, what about your boy? You know what I'm saying? No, honestly, he was talking about how knowledgeable you are with the show, and I think I told you, I said, man, you know, at the end of the day, bro, like, you know, you made me look bad, you know, but really you made me look good. You know what I'm saying? Because
and vice versa.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do the show. It's better. My wife was even saying, she said, and we're gonna get back to the show, guys. But this is important that I want you guys to know that how much you guys mean to me. I want the Bo to know how much it means to me that he comes on. You know what I'm saying? It means a whole lot to me. You know what I'm saying? That he comes on and takes his time because he's a busy man. He's a businessman, and you know it just means a lot that he takes time out, as well as everyone that watches the show. It means a lot that you guys take time out to get with us and to literally enjoy sports and enjoy some time. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. And this show here, we're going to be will be promoting. You said the business of the week, right? So every week we're going to promote a business, and this business that we're promoting this week will be none other than All-Star Car Wash. All-Star Car Wash, my man, none other than Mr. Jawan Thomas, who does this. You can go get your car wash, 516 North Jefferson Street, Dublin, GA. You can call 478-279-2455. Better than the best in time. Go get your car wash by All-Star Car Wash. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Better Focus. That's another business in Dublin too. Awesome photography and graphic design business also. So listen, if you get a chance, make sure you guys go and hit those businesses up, and make sure you guys go and patronize and get your car washed, get your car looking shining clean. I gotta take my Mercedes down there, you know what I'm saying? Let it get cleaned up, bolted, you know, get a little dirt off of it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that.
Hey, that's all good.
Great job, though. I appreciate that. All-Star Car Wash. We'll run you again a little bit later, okay? All right, we'll run that again. So let's go. Let's get to the next thing. Let's go ahead and go to the next topic that we'll be talking about. Okay. So we go to the next topic that we're talking about. Now, I don't know if you guys have been seeing this. Boy, I sent it to you. I know I sent the article to you. And I've been seeing the article, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the yard in a second, right? And I saw this today, and I was going on my post, and when we were talking back and forth about what we'd be talking about during the show today. I actually said I saw this when I was scrolling down Facebook, and I saw this one of the guys in Next Level. And shout out to Next Level Prospects, good guys out there that's trying to help these kids reach the next level, and
yes, they are.
The top of their ability as athletes, and not only athletes, they care about their grades, they care about them as young men, and they're doing an awesome job. I made videos about them, doing an awesome job. I support them wholeheartedly, you know, doing that. Now this young man here, Nas, Big Nas, I ain't gonna call his whole name. Y'all know him just as Nas, 4-star recruit. The boy, I've known him since I've known Nasir since he was young. I coached him in middle school, in football in middle school. I coached him in middle school, and it was funny when I called him in middle school because he always, he was younger then, and he always wanted to get in. Oh, put me in, coach. Put me in. Put me in. And he told me in middle school. This is true story, bro. He looked and told me in middle school. He said, "Hey, that's right." I think one time he did something, and we didn't let him get in. He told me he came out the game. He said, "That's all right. That's all right. Don't worry about it. By the time I get to high school, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that dog when I get to high school. I'm gonna be him when I get to high school." He told me that in middle school. He literally told me that in middle school. And sure enough, now 4-star recruit, supposedly committed to Florida. Not supposedly. He's committed to Florida. I really think he should go to Bama, but Florida's okay. Not bad. He's committed to the Gators. But in Deion fashion, there's been some rumblings, Bo, and the rumblings have come for this young man because this weekend he'll be traveling to Boulder, Colorado to visit with none other than Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. Why are you taking the breath? What's the deep breath for?
A couple of things. A couple of things on that one.
Okay. Now he's caught
First
some
of
flack.
all,
He's caught some flack for it before you get in. He's caught some flack. I told you, I said check the comments, see how see what's being said and how it's been, how it's been portrayed and how he's been portrayed. And I want to know how you feel about it. And then I'll let you go ahead, but I'll let you jump off over, and then I come in after you. How do you feel about the comments, some of the negativity that came his way, and the whole situation? How do you feel about it?
well, let me say this first. The young man from Dublin, Georgia. First and foremost, thank you for continuing to put Dublin on the map by being recruited by Power Five schools and a 4-star. You're doing fantastic. Keep doing a good job. Be a
Sir.
trailblazer not only to your city, but also to your football team and your community and your peers.
Yes, sir.
Great job with what you're doing out there on the football field. Continue to strive. Continue to do well. However, I will say this. Anybody that's a Florida fan, it doesn't matter, any university, this is a high school kid. He has options.
Mm.
People are saying, yeah, you're going to visit Colorado after you've already committed to us. Who's to say he's going there because of Dion? Although we seem to think so, but you never know. They may have a major that he's interested in that Florida don't offer. We just don't know. But he has options. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Let him choose what's the best fit for him. You know, if he can go to Colorado, let's say he goes to Colorado for 2 years, he don't like it, he can transfer to Florida. Let's say he goes to Florida for 2 years, he don't like it, he can transfer to Colorado. So at the end of the day, let this young man decide what's best for him and his family because this is a lifetime moment and he has to try his best to get it right because if he don't get it right, then he'll go somewhere else and then he'll have to start all over again. So I would say, young man, enjoy those recruits,
Mm.
have your visits, get that experience, and make a decision what's best for you and your family with nobody putting peer pressure on you. That's my advice to you.
All right.
But to those Florida Gator fans, and I read the comments, King, to the Florida Gator fans, to the people out there, to the people out there that are, oh, if he can't come to Florida, we don't want him. Let him go to Colorado. You can't commit to us and go here. Well, yes, he can. You have guys who commit all the time and then change. But allow this kid to make his decision. And to you, the Florida Gator fans who are saying that, that's why your program is the way how it is now.
Ooh,
Because,
you spit. Go
no,
ahead and spit.
that's why your program is the way how it is now because your behavior towards these kids.
Mm.
Let these kids make their decision. Woo them and sit back and stay in contact with them and let them make their decision. Just because he's going to visit Colorado doesn't mean that he's gonna commit to Colorado. But by
That's
you
right.
saying the things that you're saying, you're forcing him to commit to Colorado.
That's right.
So
That's right.
Florida Gator, Florida Gator, Florida Gator, which I'm a Florida State fan anyway, you're my rivalry. But I will say this to you. Just be patient. Don't talk negative about the kid. Let him make his decision. on what's best for him and his family. And it just might wind up being Florida, but don't say negative comments. So, young man, I tip my hat to you. You're a phenomenal football player. You're fantastic. Thank you for what you do. You give people proud and you make people proud in the community. I'm in DC. I look at YouTube every Saturday. I see you on Football Friday night whenever they cover Dublin. You make me proud. Continue to do good things. Continue to make your family proud. But remember this: two things. Make good grades and stay out of trouble, and always reach for the stars. And if you don't reach for them, guess what? You'll be close enough to one day where you can.
That was phenomenal, right? You said a lot. I should have went first. You said a lot. that was phenomenal. I agree. I poo-poo in the sentiment that you say. I agree totally with a lot of things you said. And I would like to add on this. The issue that I have with this is this. When we're talking about student athletes, a lot of times when we're talking about student athletes and we're talking about how they should interact and how they should go about the process of choosing the university, right, that they're going in. These are major decisions, life decisions that they have to make. I know when I was being recruited to go to different schools and everything, I went back and forth between 3 to 4 schools that were recruiting me. I went back and forth between all of them before I made my decision on attending the Savannah State University, right? So I went back and forth on those decisions. I went back and forth on those decisions many a times. And it had came down because I had some issues with my recruitment because, some issues with coaching in the situations, but at the end of the day, I went back and forth a couple of times. And I stayed loyal to the school that was loyal to me at the time. And, that's why I chose the Savannah State University Tigers. What's up, Savannah State, SSU, that just celebrated their homecoming this past weekend. I was very distraught with some of the comments. And I don't like to make, I don't want to make it too negative. And I understand Tell FSU. Antonio. I understand. What's up, Antonio? How you doing? I understand why people, why Florida is a little bit worried. To be honest with you, Bo, they're a little worried because let's be honest. What has Deion been promoting, especially the last 3 games? What does he need? D lineman. What is he going to recruit? D lineman. Who's coming? D lineman. So his focus is on the line, and we're going to talk about some of the comments that he made about his current offensive line coming up in the next segment. But his focus is being on the D line. So his focus now, he feels like he has the skill players. He feels like he's missing two things, and then we're talking about with Miami having the different levels of the team. You got the line, then you got the linebackers, then you have the secondary. Same thing with the offensive side. You got the offensive line, you got the quarterback, the running backs, and you got the wide receivers. You got the specialty positions. What Deion feels like he has the specialty positions. He feels like he has the secondary with McClain and with Hunter. And then Shiloh playing the back too. He feels like he has a secondary. He feels like what he needs to work on is his linebackers and his defensive line. And he feels like if he gets that situated, it's gonna be a problem. And I kind of tend to agree with him. So if he's singularly focused, we're talking about Deion Sanders, one of the greatest sportsmen, one of the greatest salesmen, right? We're talking about Deion really could run for a political office and win, right? I think Deion could be a senator, maybe even higher, governor, if he really ran and he wanted to. I believe he possibly could win. He's that inspirational, right? So he's that inspirational. But this is the issue. So I understand, Florida Gator fans, why you're a little bit apprehensive. But to take it out on the young man when all he's doing is going over his options, that is a life decision. These are life decisions. And all he's doing is exercising his options to see which is best for him. You gotta have some leeway. You kind of gotta have to give the young man some grace. And some of the things I saw in the comment section is deplorable. Like I said, I've known this young man since middle school, and he's a good kid. He's not perfect. I don't know any perfect people. We're not perfect. He's not perfect, but he's a great kid. He's a great athlete. He's a 4-star. He represents the city well. He carries himself well, and he's going to be a star. We got a couple. Hey, we got a couple on their way to the NFL now. Romello has a good chance for USC. We got my man balling up there. Donut is balling up there. What's the college donut? Donut
He's over there, Western Kentucky.
Western Kentucky, and then we got my man Leonard. I always call him Dunk because he dunks like crazy. Lord. We got one more. He's playing. We got Jackson at Kentucky. We got some guys getting ready to take it to the next level, to the NFL. We have NFL prospects. Shout out to the next level. They get ready to take it to the next level, definitely. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm like you, Bo. If I'm looking at this and I'm a prospect and I'm seeing how the fans are just interacting with me, going through and looking at my options, I might be feeling some type of way. Am I wrong for feeling like that, Bo?
No, because the people have told you how they feel, and these are the people that support the school that you have an offer letter from.
Right.
That's not good. That plays with you from an athletic standpoint mentally. And when you feel that people in the general public don't want you there and you're considering to go there, before you take 2 steps forward, you'll take 1 step forward and then take 1 step back and reconsider if you need to take those 2 steps. So you'll start all over. And at the end of the day, young man, don't let the fanfare decide where you go. You go because it's in your brains and it's in your heart and it's where you want to be.
Right.
So don't worry about the naysayers. Do what's best for you. That's my advice to him. That's my advice to him. I hope he do well with it wherever he goes. Make good grades. Stay healthy. Stay out of trouble. Play good ball. The NFL is waiting on you.
The NFL is waiting on. And once again, I want to echo something that you said earlier. We're proud of you, bro. We're super proud of you. Wherever you decide to go, we're gonna root for you. I root for you, except if you go to Georgia, then it's gonna be like, can't do it. But I still, I root for you personally, right? But and I think you said that Georgia Kirby was kind of, I got some inside information on what happened with the Georgia because he's supposed to be going to Georgia. A lot of people thought he was going to Georgia, and Kirby fumbled that ball. You know what I'm saying? He fumbled the ball, and I heard about what happened in this situation. I heard about some rumblings. Some guys told me kind of what happened with that Kirby, and I was like, "Yep, this is just like Georgia. That's why they're not going to win this year." But at the end of the day, I'm happy that he's getting the shine that he's getting. I'm happy that he's able to go out and do different things and not only take advantage, young man. Take advantage of the travel. Take advantage of seeing as much as you can see your talents, your personality, your hard work has gotten you here. So take advantage of all that. I would take advantage of it all. Take advantage, young man. And the sky's the limit. I'm like, bro, the sky is the limit. Take advantage of it all. And to the haters, this is what I tell you. This is what I say about the haters, man. I told my class this. When we're striving to do something great, Bo, even with us doing the sports show, right? We got so many sports shows out, blah, 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 but we coming to doing our own thing. And when you're striving to do something great and you're striving to do it in excellence, you're gonna have, like I've been swatting. I don't know where these flies are coming from in my house. You're gonna have flies and you're gonna have bugs of negativity come around you. And what you have to do is, I have I have an imaginary bug be gone spray for the haters and the people, because what they do is they come and they suck the blood, they suck the positivity out of it. They try to suck the energy out of you because you got to do things their ways, do things the way they want to do it or whatever. And you got to spray that hater repellent on you, spray it on you so they'll pop off. So you keep your positive energy. You keep going strong. You keep going the way you're going to go. And I think you would look real good in a Colorado uniform. I really do. I think that, hey, it'll match your hair. The black and gold will match your hair. Now you look pretty good in a Colorado uniform. If Dion would keep his foot out of his mouth, Bo. Bo, any last words on that before we get on what I'm talking about with Dion keeping his foot out of his mouth? Any last word on that, on the Nas situation?
Nas, make the best decision for you. I will say this. If you do go to Colorado, you're going to have a lot of guys on that team with you from Georgia because the running back from Milledgeville is going there. The quarterback from Houston County is going there.
Yeah, Warner Robinson's right.
From Valdosta is going there. He's hitting the state of Georgia pretty hard. So, hey, it'll be home away from home for you. You'll have exposure.
Yes, you will, and you have some chance to get some ducats too, because he's pretty good with the business and the NILs and everything like that. So and we just kind of we're not telling you to go. We just say keep your options open. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Keep your options open. We're not gonna tell you not to go to Florida. We're not gonna tell you. We like Florida. It's a beautiful, tax-free state. But keep your options open. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's what we got. Keep your options. We'll be right back. We got a couple of more segments to go, and then I want to come back and talk about Dion. We're going to transition to Dion. Well, what you mean, kid? Dion need to keep his foot out of his mouth. I'll tell you what I'm talking about when we come back. We'll be right back. Right here is the Unnamed Sports Show right here. I don't even have the channel, so we're just going to say, you know what I'm saying?
Took some overtime to get the time right. Had to lose a little mind to get my mind right. Finally realized, but in hindsight, you wanted the limelight. Me priority never once. You kept close but never really wasn't. I accept your lack of focus. Agree with all your choices. Needed you to need me. Needed you to see me. Until I found the right direction, I think my reflection would agree. Had to find the me in me.
The Short Sport by K. David Jordan.
All right, let me see if I get the graphic real quick.
Everybody talking about they the best. Everybody talking, but they talking about us. BLG walk on the God we trust. As long as our name is in the book, we good. Show me the list. Hey. Everybody talking about they the best. We the best, yes. Everybody talking, but they talking about us. BLG walk on the God we trust. As long as our name is in the book, we good. Talking about us, BLG walking the God we trust. As long as our name is in the book, we good. Show me the list. Hey. Everybody talking about they the
I'm working on something.
Everybody talking, but they talking about us. BLG walking the God we trust. As long as our name is in the book, we good.
talk it, and then I'm gonna bring it to you so I can bring the graphic back up. Okay. So I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna talk it. Hello. We're back. Right here on the Unnamed Sports Show. I think y'all heard our whole conversation, but it's okay. It's all good. We want to talk about something. And we last segment we talked about the young player Big Nazir going to play for Deion Sanders. And those who don't know who Deion Sanders, I think everybody pretty much knows now who Deion. What you think, bro? I think everybody pretty much knows who Deion is now. By now they should at least.
Everybody should know if you follow football and baseball. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll give him this entitlement. He is the best football player with the football in the air. Deion Sanders was phenomenal. Deion Sanders was the type of guy where you can match him up on 1/3 of the field. 1/3 of the field, and you can take 3 other people in the secondary to cover 2/3, which shortened up their distances. He made the secondary phenomenal.
Right. And I you can't take away anything that he's done in his career. Anything that he's done, he's been successful at pretty much any aspect of his career. He's had success. He's been a success in baseball. He's been a success in football. Now he's been a success even when he was on TV. He was a success. So anywhere he's been in his career, he's been successful, and that's the thing that I think a lot of people have not. That we have to give him very much accolades. And another thing I like, he tells you that he's been. he lets you know that he's been successful in those situations also, right? So he lets you know he's been successful in those things also. So I think it's really it's really phenomenal the things that he's done. Now he has kind of come back down to earth like we said he was. I think we both said that Colorado would be about 3-5 or something like that. This year, 3-5-ish, or they were 3-5 games this year. I said 3-5. 3-5. If he got over 6, that would be phenomenal. But I said 3-5, but he's lost 4 in a row? Is it 4 in a row he's lost? Or
yeah, they're struggling right now. The Colorado Buffaloes, I really wanted them to make it to a bowl game. Not saying that they can't, but hey, it's borderline now. They can't take any more L's, and it seems like the more games that they're playing, the tougher their schedule is getting. So it's going to be rough for them to make it to a bowl game. It would have been nice to get 6 victories. That would have been a good standard, but it's still not out of the realm. But he has to really win all the way through. Can't afford to take no L's the rest of the way out.
Okay. Well, I think the big issue right now that I think we're having, they lost this past weekend against UCLA. They actually had a chance to win that game. It was 7-6 at halftime, but they ended up losing this game. You got the score, Bo?
I didn't get the final score, but I saw some of that game, and I saw where the offensive line pretty much got manhandled was the reason why they lost that game.
Right. And the final score for that game was, I can tell you real quick. Look it up. Colorado. If I can spell Colorado.
So, what are the things I will say about Colorado?
Okay, go ahead.
28-16?
28-16.
All right, awesome.
Go ahead. What you was going to say? Go ahead.
One of the things I want to say about Colorado is one of my great friends reached out to me today. We were talking football earlier. His name is Michael Plummer. He said that Colorado offensive line averages about 260 pounds. That's not good enough in the Pac-12. That's not good enough for any Power 5 school. If that's the case, then King, at this point in time, other teams have really pulled out the tape and found their weakness, and it's going to be very difficult for them to win another game.
I agree, and I think this is the issue, right? And if we pull up the stats, and I was looking for these stats, and I want to pull these stats up that I had. If you pull up the stats on the last games, you have to see the beating that, and I mean that literally, the beating that Shedeur Sanders is taking. He's taking a heck of a beating, and one of the stats that he put up, he is the most hit quarterback. He's the second most hit quarterback, not in Power 5, but in the entire NCAA. The second most hit quarterback, only to Old Dominion. That's number one with the most sacks and the most hit on that quarterback. He is the most hit quarterback. And I said I said something and people got upset with me because I said it. I don't know if you saw the little video I made during the game. I said, listen, I said, my only issue with Deion, and I get Shedeur is really standing tall and making some great decisions, and he's showing that he's tough. I said, my only problem with that is this. I don't want him to be punch drunk by the time he gets to the league. And what I mean by that is there were some times Saturday that I watched the game, and there's some time he was flinching before the hit came. And you get hit, I think David Carr, that happened with David Carr. If you remember David Carr, the quarterback for, I think it was the Texans, Houston Texans. I think it happened with Michael Vick by the time he got to the end of his career. They had taken so many hits, even Andrew Luck. They had taken so many hits that they was winching before the hit. They were anticipating, instead of anticipating the throw, they're anticipating the hit. And he was getting hit so quick and so much on Saturday that he was not anticipating the throw. He's anticipating the hits. And there's nothing that he can do about it. And I think that's an issue. And I think and as much as, I'm going to call him Deion because we're talking about his kids right now. As much as Mr. Deion Sanders, and no disrespect, Mr. Deion, but I'm talking about your kids right now. As much as Deion, and I'm talking about it as a father, as much as he's the coach of the team, he's still a father. And as much as he wants people to know he's Coach Prime, any father that sees his son taking an unnecessary beating like that is going to feel some type of way. So I just thought about that as I was talking. So I'm going to give him a little bit of a pass because I was going to go in. I was going to really, really go in, but I'm going to show him a little bit of grace on this one. But he did something and he said something that he cannot say. And what he said was, they asked him after the game, and they asked him after the game about his offensive line. And he legitimately said, they said, well, what do you do to fix it? And his response was, you get a new one. You can't say that. You can't say that. Those guys won't be here next year. We get a new one. Right? You can't say that. Deion, you're not in the NFL. You're in college. Okay? This is not NFL. You don't have free agency. You don't have trades. You know, they do have the portal, but you're in college. And you have, 4 more games left? 4 to 5 more games left. And you can't sit there, if I'm playing for you, and you sit there and you say, hey, King is struggling. I play offensive line. I'm a lineman. I'm an offensive lineman. And there were some games I struggled. There was one game I remember at Jacksonville Stadium in Florida, against Bethune-Cookman. I got destroyed that whole game. The facts, my teammates literally was telling me when I was walking to the bus, King, you put old boy in the league. I got beat that bad in that game, right? And that's all I heard all week was how I put this player in the league. And I did pretty good the first half because the ball I fired off, I hit him in the mouth. But he was fast and he was tall and lanky. And I couldn't get my hands on him. See, if I got my hands on you, won't go nowhere. But I could get, he was real good with his hands, like he do karate or kung fu or something. So, you know what I'm saying? I tried to get my hands on, I couldn't get my hands on. So he did. He beat me up the whole game. And the whole game, it's like you put him in the league, King. You put him in the league. And it hurt me so, and I was down the whole weekend. I remember my dad said, King, you got another game. You got another game to play. You play another game next week. Daddy said I put him in the league, man. And I don't even think I'm starting. They're gonna let me. No, you starting? Yeah. I talked to my coach, Coach Acott. Shout out Coach Acott. Coach Wiltz, who's the defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers. That I want to talk about that too, but I do that another show. That's a whole other show I want to have about that, and about how they're making him the scapegoat for San Francisco's struggle. But Coach Wiltz, you know about it? Yeah. You know about it. You heard about that too, did you? Yeah. And how the coach stepped out. That was whack. That was whack. Shanahan, that was whack. We don't do that to players. We don't do it to coaches either. That was whack. And that's all. Go ahead, boy. I'll let you talk about it because I'm personally invested in Coach Wiltz because Coach Wiltz used to pick me up on Sundays and take me to church every Sunday in Savannah State. I'm personally invested in him, as a man, I know what kind of man he is. I know what kind of dignity he has. I know what kind of pride he has. I know everything about Coach Wilkes. I know him personally. And I was that tipped me. I'm not gonna talk about. That's the only reason I'm not talking about, because I get tipped off thinking about it. How San Francisco did, and Mike 20 was Kyle 28-3. Shanahan, Atlanta Falcons coordinator, that lost the Super Bowl to Tom Brady, got all that mouth to talk and say it's his fault that they lost that game when Purdy threw like 3 interceptions that game, 2 interceptions that game, and the offense did not look well at all. But we blame Coach Wills. But what I was saying was, what I was gonna say, and I'm ending like this. That game I came and I played very horribly at Jacksonville Stadium. I remember talking to Coach Akon. Coach Akon said, Jordan, eventually, I think about Wednesday, he showed it on the field, man. He talked about, he gave me the business on the field. But then he said, put it behind you. You got another week. My dad said, put it behind me. You got another week. You're going to grow. You're going to get better. You're just a redshirt freshman. You're going to get better. That guy was a senior, right? He's a senior, redshirt freshman. You're going to get better. You're going to get better. The next week, we went to Clark Atlanta University in their homecoming. Your boy showed out. But Mason Cummins went for $143. You know what I'm saying? I run the game, went for 3. And guess who got lineman of the week, bro? Your boy, Mr. KDJ, got lineman of the week. And guess who came and told me? The first coach that came and told me I got lineman of the week was Coach Wilkes. He busted the door. Jordan, great job. Great bounce back. You got lineman of the week, sir. I'm proud of you. All I'm saying, Deon, I understand what you're saying. And I understand you may be frustrated because it's your son taking that beating. But as a coach, as a recruiter, and as a parent of the offensive lineman, to hear you talk about my sons, like they won't be here next year, we get a new offensive line. And we know you backed off, or you backtracked on it at the next press conference. I knew you was upset that night for the hit. And we're going to show the numbers of the hits, 22 hits, 7 sacks. You know, we're going to show those numbers. But you can't do that. That's a learning experience. And he had to have a team meeting with the offensive line. I think he had to come and apologize to them and tell them, hey, man, I'm sorry. Because he realized, I got to get through the rest of the year with these guys. I'm sorry, bro. It took a little time. Go ahead. I'll just get in.
The word is adversity. Mm-hmm. That's the word. How do you handle it when things are not going your way? You gave your story on that, King, on how you handled adversity when you had a bad game. People trolled you about it. You bounced back. You had a phenomenal game. So what Deon has to understand, adversity. He's going through it as a coach because they're taking a lot of losses. The players are going through it too. He's not the only one going through it. He has to realize that. But if you're a coach and you say these guys will not be here next year, you're really making them look bad, and that makes the players not want to play for you for the rest of the year. And he may have went and apologized, but at the end of the day, some things, if you're a coach, you just don't say. Now, if you're going to talk about the offensive line, the eye in the sky don't lie. Pull out the tape, show the team that on the next day of practice, nobody but you guys in a closed-door environment discuss it, but not to the media. Mm-hmm. But I will say this from Deon's standpoint. Your offensive line and your defensive line make your skill players who they are. Without those two different skill sets in the trenches, neither running back, no quarterback, no receiver, no linebacker, no secondary is any good. Also, if your son is taking a hitting back there, talk to your offensive coordinator. Do 3-step dropbacks, quick passes, 5-step dropbacks. And if you're going to do a 7-step drop back, and if he's going to get hit like that, do maximum protection with 1 to 2 receiver routes.
Right.
It's simple. It's simple because what you don't want to do is get your young quarterback who has an opportunity to go to the NFL to get injured. And it's to the point where NFL scouts don't want to bring him in because he's been at college and they say, hey, he's a liability. He won't add value to the program. Those are things that you don't want. So be smart about it, Deon. 3 steps, 5 steps. And if you're going to do a 7-step with Shadur, do maximum protection. 1 receiver route, 2 receiver route. And guess what else you can do? Use your tight end a little bit more.
I think if you see the numbers on the screen right here, you see the numbers on the hit screen, and you see Dion's responses. Let's see. Saturday, Shador was pressured 22 times, hit 17 times, Bo. 17 times, pressured, knocked down 13 times, and I mean these are some sacked
Yeah,
6 times, and this is one
I mean,
game. This
those
is
numbers
one
predicate
game.
that he's lucky he didn't have to go to the hospital. I mean, you get a quarterback getting knocked down 13 times, there's no way he can get up throughout the rest of the game and throw the ball accurately, being hit 13 times and picking himself up off the grass. There's no way. Because at the end of the day, every little hit that he takes, he picks himself up off the ground, it takes something out of him for the next throw.
That's that's
But
that's one game.
yeah, that's overbearing to see a human being get knocked down on a football field 13 times. Now you're a running back, I get it, but a quarterback, that should never happen. And 6 sacks, oh my God, I mean, you basically just negated positive plays 6 times because your offensive line can't block. Not only that, but your offensive coordinator can't scheme to protect your offensive line, who he already know can't block. and,
And
and that may be the worst factor of all.
I think, and if you look at his comments, they asked him about it, and this is the quote: "The big picture, you got to get a new lineman. You got to get new linemen. That's the picture. I'm gonna paint it perfectly." And this is when he addresses the offensive line, the running game, the issues with keeping Shadur Sanders upright. And like we said, I mean, Bo, that's just something that you can't say. I'm sorry, Dion. You can't make that statement. I know you were feeling some type of way. You're looking at the numbers and you seeing how your son was hit, how he's beaten. You see he don't have time to get the ball out of his hand. You see maybe his Heisman candidacy going down the drain. You know, some of the awards going down the drain for the year. You're seeing all that happening. You're seeing your season going down the drain a little bit. But you got to be able to keep it together because they're looking to you for the leadership. Mr. I believe,
Absolutely.
you know, Mr. We're going to make it happen. Mr. I ain't hard to find. They're looking for you for the leadership. And that, I think you can't say that. You just can't say that. I'm a huge fan of, I know y'all don't think I like Coach Prime. I'm a huge fan of Coach Prime. Let me say that. Huge fan. But that's something that you can't say. And he has to be held accountable for that. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean, you built that relationship and had those guys to come there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't break the relationship while they're there. Let them do their time, finish it on out the year, and then if you need to make changes, make the changes. But you can't talk like that in season. You can't even talk like that after the season is over with.
I know, right? You
If,
can't.
if, if you want to lose recruits, that's the perfect way to do it because the guys will come in and say, "Look, I'm not going to Colorado. Why would I go to Colorado if I don't play good? He's going to talk about me, and that's going to
Mm,
hurt my stock to the draft."
mm,
So those are things you cannot do. I wish it would have never been said. You know, once again, I think Dion let the emotions get the best of him. But you know, when your emotions come towards you, you got to have that restraint for yourself. You got to have that self discipline to pull back and understand what not to say. Because not only have you upset these kids, but you upset their parents because you
right.
made a commitment to their parents as well that my child will come there and play for you, and you promised the parent that you would take care of their child, but now you're verbally abusing them. That's not good.
And
That's
this
not
is
good.
too. I think, boy, another thing too that you have to do. It's kind of like what I said about Alabama this year with their quarterback. Oh God, tell me his name, bro, because I know you know. Alabama's quarterback,
Miro,
Miro.
Miro.
Miro was that's why I got him now because he's like a encyclopedia of knowledge over here. Mr. Miro Miro was there. Everybody's talking about giving Benson, and I'm like, wait a minute, he's a redshirt sophomore. Let him develop, and that's a part of coaching too. A huge part of college, NCAA and college coaching is allowing the players to develop from freshman to sophomore to redshirt freshman to sophomore, redshirt sophomore, all the way up to senior, fifth year senior. We made jokes all year about Georgia's past quarterback being 27. I was calling him R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? The R. Kelly. Hey, I don't even want to say his name. He's out the league, drunk. So he's been 27 out there playing for Georgia. He's like he's like, how is he 30 still playing? Like, was he Chris Ricky? But we talked about that. But he had a chance to develop and mature over the years. So when he was older, by the time he got to be a junior, by the time he got to be a senior, by the time he got to be a fifth-year senior, sixth-year senior, he was ready to go. He had been in that fire, and that's a part of developing a championship organization. That's a part of developing a championship organization. It's also being able to develop the talent and watch them grow from being a young team. You knew you was walking in on a 1-11 team, Deion, Coach Prime. You knew you was walking in at 1-11, and you know it's going to be some growing pains. So you can't let your emotions get the best. Yes, you probably should have won a couple of those games. You probably, honestly, let's be honest, Bo, they should probably be, 6-2, 5-3? They should probably be 5-3, maybe 6-2. They had an opportunity to be 6-2.
I'll give them a couple of more victories. The game against UCLA, they actually could have won that game.
Right.
Although they didn't. I mean, anytime your quarterback gets sacked 6 times and get knocked down 17 times and you only lose by 12, that's a winnable football game if you make corrections to your errors as you play.
There was some Arizona 29-3, and they came back and they lost that game. That's a game they should have won. I mean, you had it. They could very well be right now, be 6-2. 7-1. Oregon, they got blasted. Okay, Oregon, they got blasted. USC, they came back.
Yeah,
they came
lost
back.
by a touchdown.
Right. So a ball drops here, a ball drops there. You're more than let's be honest. Ball drops here, ball drops there. You're more than bowl eligible. You're college playoff eligible. You know what I'm saying? So. I'm not saying get ahead of ourselves. I'm not saying this, but it's going to be growing pains. And that's what we both predicted that was going to happen. And I think anybody that knows football knows that those growing pains are going to happen. So at this one, I'm super proud of what Deion has accomplished from Jackson State, from being a Falcon, from your school, Florida State, Seminole, to going to the Falcons, of course going to San Francisco. But then go to the Cowboys, you know what I'm saying? Being that, welcome to the Cowboys, to the Redskins, to the Ravens, to, coaching Little League, to going up to Jackson State, now at Colorado. Man, all honors due. But that's just a bad move right there. That's a bad love.
So let's hope that he learns from it. Let's hope he learns from it.
Because he's learning too. You're right. He's developing too. You're right. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he needs to make sure he learns from this and make sure it doesn't happen again. Not only apologize to the kids, but apologize to the parents as well. Finish out the year strong, hopefully make a bowl game. Like you said, a couple of bounces here and there and a couple of different calls here and there also.
Yeah.
Let's see how this right here plays out. It's going to be interesting, but, to me, based on Deion Sanders and the people that he's knowing that he's hitting Georgia kind of hard, I want to see where he is 2 years from now. I think 2 years from now, we'll be able to tell the tape on him, and we'll be able to see what type of team he's trying to standardize to face everybody else. I can see Colorado probably leaving the Pac-12, trying to join the Big Ten once he gets the players that he wants, because they're making money now, so they're going to continue to try to develop the grow to make more money. And I think Deion is going to be the face of Colorado for a while. But I want to see him do well, but I want to see him do well the right way.
I tell you what I'm hearing in the undergirds. I'm hearing on the black market. I'm hearing that Saban's might be thinking about retiring this year too.
I heard that too.
He could be going to that road. We just gotta say it like that. Road. If he comes to that road time. So don't if that happens, Bo. Whoa. If we get Deion in Alabama,
you want Deion to come to Alabama?
Yes. Yeah. Listen, Deion has a pipeline to Florida. He's showing that he has a pipeline to Georgia, right? He's showing that he has a pipeline to Georgia. He just talked about getting a pipeline to California. Listen, now and he has a pipeline to the Midwest. Man, you can come to Alabama.
If Nick Saban leaves, I don't think he'll go to Alabama. I think he'll have a pipeline to Alabama.
All I'm saying, if he goes to Bama, because Florida State ain't gonna go. I don't think Florida State will revisit that because it's pride involved now. You know what I'm saying? So even though he would love to go home to his alma mater, I think both of them have got pride involved. It's friction there now. So I don't see that. But if the SEC calls Deion Sanders, and let's be honest, $30 million is not a lot to buy him out. Now it's $25 million. $25 million after this year is not a whole lot of money to buy him out, right? And if he said, "Hey, I come there," Shadur, I ain't got my watch on. Shadur goes there, Travis got a couple of years left for eligibility. They go there.
My thing with Deion is, first and foremost, I hope he maintains good health. That's number one.
That's first. Yes.
If he can maintain good health, then everything else is secondary. The next thing, if he begins to win, don't let him. If he gets a championship up under his belt, King, I think he's gonna be paid somewhere between $12 to $14 million a year as a college coach.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what?
Roll Tide.
The money's there. I mean, because if he's going to win a championship, if he's selling apparel at Colorado and they've only won 3-4 ball games, imagine what type of apparel is going to sell if he wins a championship. He's going to be international. You're going to have people from other countries buying jerseys, T-shirts, sweaters, hats, memorabilia, anything that'll benefit that college. And that's extra money that's not even made domestically in the United States. So I'm all for it. If he win a national championship, pay the man somewhere between $12 to $14 million a year, because he's going to open up a pipeline of talent and they're going to keep coming and he's going to keep winning. And it's going to be one of those things like the way how the SEC is, no matter where he's at, it's going to be, hey, Prime is in it every year because the SEC is in it every year. So I want to see him do well, but that's solely on him and how he handles adversity, his attitude, his behavior, his professionalism, and his diction to the players.
Roll Tide. Yo, we're donating this show right here, right now, man. We dedicate this show to none other than All-Star Car Wash in Dublin, Georgia. All-Star Car Wash in Dublin, Georgia. Better than the best in town. Go see All-Star Car Wash at 916 North Jefferson Street, Dublin, Georgia. Phone number 478-279-2455. That's Bo's business pick of the week.
Hey, Keaton.
All right. We're back. The final segment tonight. The Hurt Puppies. Where's TT? I need TT. I need both my T. I need TT Webb. And I don't. Well, first of all, let me stop. Hold on. Let me stop. Let me real serious. All serious. First of all, my condolences to his family, to his wife who lost their mother, to those who lost. My condolences first to them. Let me first say that. You know what I'm saying? Get that out of the way. My condolences to them. And much love to you guys. It's a hard time. I lost my mom. It was tough. That's a hard thing to do. So I send our love, our prayers, and our condolences to you guys and to TT Webb and his girl and their family. Okay, that's first and foremost. Okay, so I want to do that. Go ahead, Bob. I'm sorry.
Mr. TT Webb, my condolences to you and your family. I'm sorry for your loss. May God make you guys stronger. Always keep this in mind, and this is something that I tell a lot of people when they lose a loved one. It's sad to lose anybody you love, but if you're going to love in life, you're also going to hurt behind it somewhere down the line. Right. And my apologies once again to you and your family. May God keep y'all stronger. And hopefully everything will be good for you guys moving forward. Just always remind yourself and your family in due time, whenever you carry conversations, that whoever you lost, they live within you moving forward. So they're still here. They're just living within you, the memories, the good things that they gave you in life. Take that, cherish it, and also implement those policies and the things that they've taught you well upon.
Hearts from a man, TT, and to his family, man. We send heart and love to we send heart and love to you guys, and you know, to you and your family, especially your loved ones and stuff like that. So shout out to them, to his girl and her mom and the rest of the family, those who lost. I had a coworker; she was her aunt. So just shout out to everyone that want to say that. Shout out to you guys. And as a matter of fact, let's we'll do a quick moment of silence just for that. Okay.
10 seconds.
Everybody talking about us. BLG walk on the God we trust. As long as I never in the book, we good.
All right, we're back. Quick moment of silence. Shout out, love to everyone. But TT, Terrence Thomas, Eddie Carswell, all my Georgia fans, listen. I told
Georgia.
you. You see the records up there, Bo? You see the records up there, my guy? You see the records?
Georgia.
I told you that TT we talked the other day. We were talking about I was checking on you, making sure you're good, and you brought up Georgia. Oh, we blow them out. And I said, TT, I said, wait a minute, y'all not number one anymore. And the coaches poll not for the playoffs. Hell, yes, we are. They were number one. I said, TT, you're not number one. You're not number one. Yeah, we are number one. I said, no, you're not. You're not number one. You're number two. No, we're not. I'm like, TT, I'm telling you, it ain't came out yet. Sunday was number one. I said, hey, the playoffs poll ain't come out. Bo. Mr. Bo. Bo Breezy. What is Georgia's rank right now? You know what I'm saying? What is their rank?
You know, I like to spell them G-A-W-G-A, Georgia. Georgia. Right now, they're ranked number 2 behind Ohio State. Ohio State is number 1 because they've beaten Penn State and they've beaten Notre Dame.
Right.
Georgia's number 2. Georgia, you know what? I kind of feel a little bit for you, Georgia, on this one because I believe in the old adage that to beat a man, you got to beat the man. To beat a woman, you got to beat the woman. Y'all have won 2 straight national championships. And you've been number 1. You haven't been beating. But I will say this about you. When it comes to push curve, y'all do go get a game. I'll give you that now. But to me, 2023, you're not number 1 because your schedule says that you struggled against mediocre teams and you haven't played a tough schedule yet.
They haven't beat a team that they haven't beat a well, have they beat a ranked opponent? They beat one of this ranked, but they're no longer ranked now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're no longer ranked.
And Michigan is ranked number 3 because of the way how they've beaten opponents. They haven't played anybody either. They haven't played anybody either, but their victories are way more lopsided than Georgia throughout the course of the year. Kind of disappointed at Florida State being number 4. We held pat. We've been number 4 all year. I'm disappointed in that because we beat LSU when LSU was ranked in the top 5 week 1, and we've also beat Duke, who was ranked in the top 20. But LSU has slid a little bit, and I think that hurt us from not cracking into the top 3. However, I will say this about Washington Huskies. Michael Penix Jr., to me,
he's a beast.
You're the best quarterback in college football. I hope you win the Heisman. I hope your surgically repaired knees stay healthy so you can make it to the NFL and have a great career. But your defense is suspect. I don't think you're deserving of being number 5. I don't think Oregon is deserving of being number 6. I think that Alabama should be number 6, and I think Texas should be number 5.
Now, I ain't mad at you for moving Alabama up to number 6. I agree with that. I think if Alabama play Oregon, Alabama would beat Oregon. I agree. I think we would beat Washington too. And Antonio said Georgia's number 2. He said FSU beat LSU bad and Duke. And they beat Duke bad. So he said FSU should be up there at number 4. You know, so
at least we should crack number 3. I'm gonna tell you why I want to be number 3, because I want to be right next to Georgia, because I want to play them in that bowl championship playoff game. I want to meet Georgia first. I think we will beat Georgia. I think we're the better football team. I went and watched this last year play Oklahoma in the bowl game in Orlando, up close and personal with 15 starters coming back. I think we will beat Georgia. I am pretty much solid on that one.
Hey, he is spraying today. Wait. No, that's the wrong one. Wrong thing. That wrong one. Hold on, he's shooting at it. There we go. Air horn. All right, but wow, he's spraying today. You said Florida State will dog Georgia.
I think we'll beat Georgia. I do. We got the best. I put it like this. I think we got the best offense in the country. Jordan Travis is phenomenal. Have you seen Jordan Travis play?
He's played very well this year.
I think he would destroy Beck on a 1-on-1. We've got a 6'4" receiver, a 6'7" receiver. Just like how Georgia got a good tight end, so do we. 6'4", 285.
Tight end might not make it back for the rest of the season. Tight Russell. If I'm Brock Bowers, I have nothing else to prove. Other than I just want to be a good teammate and I will look out for my guys to play. He has nothing else to prove. Like, go sit down. Get what? He's a junior this year.
Right.
He can go. He's eligible for the draft this year. So unless I get it, you got the NIL money. You can get the NIL money, but come on, man, you just got hurt this year, tightrope surgery to come back. I'm looking at the NFL money. You know what I'm saying? The NIL money is temporary. The NFL money is a little bit more long. It's a little longer and a little bit more, right? It's a little bit more guaranteed. So I'm looking at the NFL money. He comes back. I know he's probably gonna come back. That's the type guy he is, and I get it. That's cool. I'm just some people make that about righteousness and unrighteousness. I ain't there. I'm about the money, right? You know what I'm saying? We business. We business right here. So I would make a business decision. I wouldn't rush back. I will make sure I was 100% healthy, and possibly just go ahead and get ready for the NFL draft. Antonio Rosa said, "I agree with you, Bo." Antonio Rosa said, "I agree with you, Bo. Yes, I am a diehard FSU fan. We will beat Georgia bad."
Wait a minute, King. That's King. You can't say Georgia. It's Georgia. GAWGA, Georgia.
We gotta get some Georgia fans on here. I gotta get some Georgia. I got all these Georgia friends. I gotta see who's willing to come up here and spit on their behalf, because right now I definitely not doing it. Y'all know who I'm about. I'm about that Roll Tide all day, and Roll Tide's right where we need to be. Right where we need to be. We just need to keep winning. But I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Bo. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Want me to tell you what the bad news is?
What is it? What do you got?
Florida State will not be playing Georgia in the playoffs.
Are you trying to say Georgia going to lose?
They will not be playing Georgia in the playoffs. Because
why do you think so?
Because Georgia has to play Alabama in the SEC championship. And
whoa! What? I just thought about something. Don't Alabama play LSU this weekend?
Alabama does play LSU this weekend. And you know we're on the year-long year-long revenge tour. Now, if you didn't see, we're on the year-long revenge tour. We're on the year, and if you didn't see what happened last time we were on the field, and last time we played, if you did not see how that ended last time we were on the field, I can definitely give you a little I can definitely give you a little bit of a give you a little symbol. What's the word I'm looking for? Symbol. I'm trying to pull it and talk at the same time. Let's pull it and talk. Let's see if I can find it. I gotta find it. Oh, there it is. Let's see if I can. Okay, there we go. I can definitely give you a little bit of a taste of what happened last time we played each other, and it's taking. Okay. Oh, now I know what'll come up. That's so.
Quick question: where's this game at? It's in Tuscaloosa, or is it over there in
I think it's at LSU, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's at LSU. They beat us in Tuscaloosa last year.
Is it a night? This is a night game.
Yes, it is.
Ooh.
We're not scared. We're not scared at all. I'm trying to tell you, we're on the revenge tour. We're on the revenge tour, boy. Listen to me. We're on the revenge tour.
It's gonna be interesting.
Nobody. Rashard Dudley. He says, "Oh, Rashard, we have a Georgia fan in the building." Rashard said, "We have a Georgia fan." He says, "I'm here. I'm here." Rashard, listen. I don't just say. I'm just. He said that Florida State, LSU by 10. What are y'all talking about? Are y'all having? Come on. Antonio, man, I was getting ready to say you're the guest of the night, but talking like that, I'm about to take the guest of the night back. You know what I'm saying, Antonio?
Let's get. Hey, what's up, Rashard? How you doing, buddy? Let's talk about them Bulldogs.
He said FSU will stop the Bulldogs. Wait a minute, and then he came back. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute, Rashad. Then he said this also bump Bama and FSU. Wait a minute, Rashad, what you got going on over there, buddy?
Hey man, where you at talking like that?
Yo, what's going on? Really, Rashad? That's what we doing? You brought up Bama and FSU?
Hey, Rashad, don't be like that, man. Come on, man. You know Georgia can't win every game, man. Don't be like that now.
He said, what, Bo? He said, what, Bo? Hey, Rashad, Bo said that FSU would dog Georgia. Dog them. He said they would dog them. He said they would dog them. They got a sit. What you say? You got a 6'4" receiver? Isn't that what you said?
6'4" and 6'7".
A 6'4" and 6'7" receiver. He got the quarterback that's playing Heisman candidate.
Fantastic.
He said got a defense that won't quit. He said they would dog Georgia. Go ahead, Bo. Tell them what you said.
The Georgia Bulldogs, they're a good football team, but I just don't think they've got the talent like they've had the past couple of years to win the championship. Actually, I think there's like 2 or 3 teams out there better than Georgia, to be honest to you. Don't be surprised if Missouri defeats the Bulldogs this weekend. You heard it here first.
No, you heard that second. I said that first. No, okay, you're right. You heard it. You heard it on this show. We agree, 110%. I've been telling people that I thought they would lose last week, and they showed me something last week. I gotta give props to Georgia. They showed me a little something last week. I thought for sure they were set up to lose last week, but then I forgot who they were playing. They were playing Florida, and Florida had a chance to win that game till the coach calls the dumbest 4th and inches play ever, where he does a.
I ain't kidding. That changed everything.
The Wildcat, the double snap when he got the quarterback, and they snap it between the quarterback. The center snaps between the quarterback leg to run the double Wildcat. Oh my God, that was the worst play ever. So once I said, okay, yeah, Georgia gonna blow these boys out. They're doing stuff like that. But and there's a bad call too. They even get that whole little 4th and 1 and 3rd. That was a first down. That's a bad call, a bad spot, bad call. Then there was a worse call by Florida Gators and was it Sufficient, whatever his name is, that called that play, and that was crazy. That's crazy. So we'll see this week. I think what you said, sir? All right, he said. Rashad said it's going to be. He said it's going to be a good game. Yes, sir, going to be a good game, but it's the SEC.
He's right. He's right about that. The SEC is real good football, and they hype it up. CBS hypes it up. The SEC network. The SEC is the prima donna of college football. Big Ten is trying to get there, but right now, man, the SEC is the cream of the crop. Is where it's at.
Hey, we appreciate it, man. Antonio said the Dogs will go down.
Antonio, I agree with you, buddy. Go FSU. And the Dogs, it's time to take a L.
It's got to take an L. That's what they got to do. They got to take a You got to take an L. Listen, hey, we thank you guys so much. We thank you guys so much for tuning in this week for the Unnamed Sports Show. We appreciate you guys so much for taking your time out with us. Bo, thank you, sir.
Hey, King, you're very welcome. Next Wednesday, I will be on time.
Okay. It's all good. We'll do that. And then we have another Bo's Business. That'll be the new segment, Bo's Business of the Week, where we'll be promoting a business from the area, from different areas and different things like that. If you want to get in contact and you want to promote your business on our show, you can inbox me, you can inbox Bo, and get it. We can get you the information on how you guys can promote your business also on the Unnamed Sports Show. Bo, last words.
Last but not least, I want to give a shout out to Zach and Stephanie. They did my wedding. Great photographers. Better focus. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, go see them, support them, and at the end of the day, they will give you all the humility you need, and they have great communication skills, and they will work well with you and your family. Better Focus Photography. Go see them.
Rashad, man, we doing well, man. We thank you so much for joining us, putting time with us, man. We appreciate you so much, man. And you say y'all, we miss you too, man. We're glad. Bo, once again, man, shout out to everyone that watched the show tonight. Shout out those that's gonna catch it on the replay. We appreciate you guys. We'll keep giving it to y'all every week. Next week we come back with some more sports talk, entertain.
Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
Good night.
get the time right. Had to lose a little mind to get my mind right. Finally realized, but in hindsight, you wanted the limelight. Me priority never once. You kept close but never really wasn't. I accept your lack of focus, agree with all your choices. Needed you to need me, needed you to see me. Until I found the right direction, I think my reflection would agree. Had to find a me in me.
The Joy Sport by K. David Jordan.